Okay. How about now? Can you all hear me now? Any better? Or are you still not hearing me? Okay, good. I did the old, I unplugged the microphone and plugged it back in again. Oh, that's good. Yeah, sorry about that, everybody. I was trying to figure out what was going on. Oh, boy. Well, welcome to the garden. Got some exciting things to show you all today. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to start off with the most exciting news. I was getting ready to throw away these little. Oh, now my brain is went. Lost all my brain cells for a second there. Oh, what's the name of the squash that I'm planting here? Chayote, there we go, came to me. So, I was almost getting ready to throw away this chayote squash. As you can see, it was really rotten in here. It's really squishy, but I noticed as I was getting ready to throw it away that there was roots coming out. So I stuck it back in here, and look and behold, now we have a stem coming out. So the chayote is not dead. It just took a really long time for this thing to get started. And now we can plant this one right over here. Not right now, but we're going to be planting it right here on our arch. And I'm super excited. I can't wait to get this chayote in the ground. The other one still has not sprouted, but I have not lost hope. I'm hoping that somewhere down there, it's waiting to come out. No, wait, there is something down there. Nope, that's a weed. Oh, well. Hey there, Sandy. Glad you can hear me now. Oh, I'm so sorry. I had a couple of students who came to the fair to see me yesterday, and a couple of them couldn't find me. But I'm sorry that you arrived after I left. Now, I want to show you all what's going on with our tomatoes in here. Last week, I pruned these back. I opened them up down here, and well, you can't even tell that I opened them up. The branches have already come down and filled in that space again. I cut back the holy basil to create some space in here, and as you can see, we still have a little bit of a corridor, but everything is growing in together again. Hi, Norma. And on this side, our African, we cut this back a little bit more, and you can see that actually this is behaving better. We still have some space in here. But boy, howdy, let me tell you, I can't believe the number of flowers that we have out here. It's just, you can see this whole thing is just completely covered. And not only covered in flowers, but covered in little tomatoes too. I mean, just absolutely bundles and bundles of tomatoes out here. It's really incredible. In fact, we have our first cherry tomato turning orange right in here. Take a look at that. Woohoo! That one's almost ready to eat. Howdy! I'm doing well. How are you doing? Now take a look at these, and oh my gosh, even the Juliets are growing in here like grapes. They're just absolutely all over the place. Now, funny thing, last week I mentioned seeing a hoverfly out here on the cilantro that I allowed to bolt, and you probably can't see them, but there's got to be a half dozen hoverflies in here now. And it looks like they're doing their little mating dance. I'm going to see if I can get close enough for you to see these. We try to zoom in once they stop moving. I've got a couple. Here we go. Let's see if I can get this one. Oh, nope. The second I try to zoom in, it darts around. There we go. Nope. Here we go. Oh, I had it for a second. Well, needless to say, we have at least a half dozen hoverflies in here. I was counting closer to a baker's dozen earlier. Hoverflies seem to be really happy, and they will hopefully start laying their eggs on our tomatoes real soon, which will help to keep out the spider mites and all those other pests we don't want in here. Now, funny thing, last week I was showing off our black star tomato down here. Oh, let's get in here. There we go. It's kind of getting crammed up in here. But it has really gone to town. And I mean, these weren't even the size of the tip of my finger last week. But this is just absolutely covered in tomatoes now. The only one that isn't doing too much yet is the purple Cherokee. The purple Cherokee has one tomato on it so far. Oh, no, I lied. Oh, see, I just can't see what's going on here. Actually, there are some purple Cherokees in the middle of this plant. Boy, howdy, I tell ya. We're going to have to see how this bed does throughout the season, but I'm really thinking that hugelkultur beds are awesome. So we do have bees in here, we've got hoverflies in here, we've got all kinds of fun critters in here. It's a little bit slower in here right now. About an hour ago, this whole space was just buzzing with critters. Now I'm going to try to zoom in on a hoverfly again. I've got one. If I can just get it to stay still. Okay, let's see. There you are. Now hoverflies look like they might be a little wasp or a little bee, but this is actually one of the most beneficial insects you can have in your garden. The adult is a pollinator. Oh, no, go back. There we go. The adult is a pollinator. Ah, look at that. Ah, shoot. I lost it. I'm so sorry. Anywho, well, oh, wait. No, it's gone. So the adults are pollinators. They lay their eggs on our cilantro. They lay their eggs all over the tomatoes. And their larvae love to eat spider mites. They love to eat aphids. They'll really eat anything that's small enough for them to eat, which doesn't leave a lot of options, but you know. Now let's take a look and see how the rest of the yard is doing. This is doing great. The herb spiral is also doing great. Really grown in here. Take a look at that. Can see how lovely our beautiful flowers are in here. My goodness. The only problem I have is our volunteer borage in here is getting a little bit too big and it's starting to smother some of the other herbs. So I've already started just popping this out, and actually I've been taking this because borage is actually a dynamic accumulator. It helps to draw a lot of minerals out of the soil. I've been taking these and just tossing them in the compost pile and scaring the lizards while I do it. But the herb spiral is doing great. Matter of fact, I was thinking about doing this. I'm probably going to end up munching on some kind of an insect if I do this on camera, but yeah, a little protein never hurt anybody. These nasturtiums are really beautiful little flowers. Oh, there is an insect in there. Look at that. I was making the joke, but there actually is a little bug in there. You can see him, which means I'm not going to eat that part. I'll eat around the bug. Okay, he's getting a little too close for comfort. These are a little bit sweet, a little bit spicy, really tasty. I love these flowers. If I could get that bugaboo out of there, I'd eat the whole thing. But you know what I'll show you instead is the seed pod. Now, the seed pod on nasturtiums look like this when they're green. There you go. And these are extremely spicy. These taste like wasabi. You know what? That was actually a poisonous mushroom. Just kidding. Oh my goodness. Now, when I said it tasted like wasabi, I wasn't joking. It is currently going up into my sinuses. I need some water. Yeah. I love nasturtiums and I love those seed pods, but by golly, they are extremely spicy. Now, a couple more things to show you here. I mentioned in the newsletter this weekend that I got some sweet potato slips. Now, I planted the slips into these 6-packs because I didn't have time to plant all of my sweet potato slips. I got a couple of them planted around the yard. One over here. We've got actually one right back here behind the log. Now, I'm not planting these sweet potatoes around the yard to harvest sweet potatoes. I'm actually just planting these as a ground cover because sweet potato is an excellent ground cover. Of course, you know, in a place like under the tree here, I don't want to dig up sweet potato tubers, and so I have no intention of digging in here because we have all of the roots from the lemon tree. So this sweet potato, whatever tubers it produces are going to be left in the ground, but it will be a great ground cover. It'll spread around. It'll help to suppress weeds down here. And the greens of sweet potatoes are actually edible. Now, you have to be really careful. Sweet potato greens are edible, but potatoes are not edible. The greens of potatoes are actually extremely dangerous. So sweet potato greens, yes. Regular potato greens, no. And actually, I can show you the difference because we have a volunteer potato coming up next to the chocolate vine. This is actually where the old compost pile was. We took the compost pile out. And looks like we must have left a potato in there. So this is what a potato plant looks like. This thing is growing ridiculously quickly. Now, potatoes, along with tomatoes, everything else, are in the nightshade family. And these are poisonous. So do not eat the leaves of potatoes, tomatoes, or any of those nightshade relatives. Sweet potatoes are actually in a different family. They're not in Solanaceae, but I don't know what family they're in. My students would never believe that I don't know everything. Now, I did plant a couple of sweet potatoes in this bed over here. I actually showed off this bed a couple weeks ago when we were talking about the Java Dacoba. Ended up adding a little bit of raised bed mix in here just to bring the soil level up a little bit. No fertilizer, just a little bit of that raised bed mix. Still need to put some mulch in here, but we got the sweet potato slips planted. This one, I accidentally knocked the leaves off while I was planting, so every day I have to come out here and say, I'm sorry, please live. But I'm excited about these. We actually have two different kinds of sweet potatoes. We have the classic reddish orange sweet potato, and we have a delicious looking purple sweet potato. Very excited to try. And along with that, we have a bunch of seeds that we purchased. I'm very excited to try all of these plants out. I've got a whole stash here. In fact, let me show you what we got. We got different kinds of cowpeas, more cowpeas than we could ever want. Now, cowpeas are actually a really great nitrogen fixing plant. I'm going to be planting these underneath our fruit trees back here. So this is going to behave as a ground cover plant alongside white buckwheat. Now, this is not the California native buckwheat. This is the annual grain buckwheat. We'll be planting that under here as well to act as a ground cover underneath the new fruit trees. And we're going to be chopping and dropping all of these. So whatever comes up, we're going to chop it down before it goes to flower, and we're just going to lay it on the ground as a green mulch. Got a couple of other exciting things in here. We got some mouse melons to try out. I'm actually thinking about planting these and training them to grow along the logs out here. Also got some ground cherries. This is actually my first time with ground cherries. I've never grown these before. As you can see, they look a lot like a tomatillo. They are related to tomatillos and tomatoes. Gonna try these out right over here. Actually, we're gonna try planting them underneath that planter in the ground, see how they do over there. Also got some skullcap. This is for poisoning your enemies. No, wait, I'm just kidding. No, skullcap is actually a blue jay. Skullcap is an herb in the mint family that's used medicinally, but it's not as invasive as mint. Also going to be trying out some Bolivian coriander, plant I've never grown before, but I'm very excited to try. And then some pigeon peas, also known as gandules. We're going to be planting these right around in here. This is a relative of the pea. This is in the, can't think of the name of the family right now. But anywho, it's a small shrub or tree, semi-perennial, actually grows to be pretty tall. Blue jays. I guess they wanted to say hello. So these are going to go pretty tall. We're going to be planting them right here to the west of our 3 new fruit trees. And these pigeon peas will create a little bit of dappled shade for our new trees so that the hot afternoon sun doesn't bother them during the summertime. And since those pigeon peas are a nitrogen fixer, what we'll do is we'll just let them grow here for a bit. We'll chop them down. We'll chop and drop and take whatever woody material we can't use over here, throw it in the compost pile. Let's see here. I did want to show you proof that I didn't kill the peach tree. The peach tree is still alive. Look at that. Looks like we're going to have some blue jay visitors, and they're going to be very noisy. If they fly down here, I'll see if I can find them a grub and see if I can get them to hop over. Sometimes the blue jays will actually fly right over to you if it looks like you've got something to give them. Very smart birds. Also, if you harass them, they will remember and they will not like you. Now, one more thing over here. Take a look. This pepper has been on this for God knows how long. Finally starting to ripen up as more peppers are coming in. This is a lunch pepper, I believe they call it. Really nice one. Hello, Yolanda. Yolanda, you're late. Actually, Yolanda, I have to ask, how are things going with you down in Orange County? Are you in the evacuation area, or are you okay right now? While you're answering that, let's take a look at these jalapenos. You know that this is the nosiest pepper. You know that they are the nosiest pepper because they get jalapeno business. Ha, 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 ha. Where did everybody go? Why is everybody leaving? Ha ha. Alrighty, that's enough of that. Now, one more plant I wanted to show you all. Along with seeds and the slips that we purchased, I also got some comfrey. Now, comfrey actually arrives as a root, and I've already planted these, but I'll dig up a piece here just to show you what it looks like. Let's be very careful here. Now, this comfrey you can't grow here in California because comfrey is highly, highly invasive. So here's a piece of the root. This is the Bocking 14 comfrey. This is the only variety that we can grow here in California. And we can grow this here because it is completely sterile, will not produce any seeds. So this was unfortunately pretty dang expensive to get. I had them shipped in. I got 10 root cuttings. What I've done is I've planted them in these 6-packs. I've got another 6-pack over there. I've just planted it roughly an inch down, and I'm going to be keeping this moist for the next, probably 3 to 8 weeks. I'd say it'd take at least 3 weeks for this to sprout, and it might take up to 8 weeks. So once this sprouts, this comfrey is going to be planted all around the orchard in here. Comfrey is a really interesting plant. It's used a lot in permaculture. It's also known as a dynamic accumulator. What it does is it has this really deep taproot that grows down into the ground and mines for minerals. And in permaculture, what they do is they grow it around orchards and the like, and they chop it down every time it grows up to a certain point, and you just kind of chop and drop. You scatter it around the garden or put it in the compost pile. So really excited to try that. I should also mention that comfrey is a perennial, so I only have to plant these roots once, and then every year, perhaps even multiple times per year, I can come in and chop it down and use it as a mulch all around in our little orchard area over here. Let me see what Yolanda says. Yolanda says, still in the evacuation area, but did not leave my home. Have 3 pets, and it would be a headache to try and bring them with me, so I felt it was better to stay at home with them. Well, Yolanda, just be really cautious. If you're in the evacuation area, remember that, things are looking better now, but just, keep an eye on what's going on, because we don't want you getting hurt out there. That's a pretty serious leak they've got. All right, now let me see. Oh my goodness, it's almost 6 o'clock already. See, I start yammering on, and then I don't stop. Now, I'm going to go ahead and set up the tripod here, because guess what? As I mentioned earlier, today I'm going to start working on the next log project. So let me just get this strapped in here. And good question. So I was asked, is this comfrey used for medicinal purposes? And no, this comfrey is unfortunately not used for medicinal purposes. From what I understand, this comfrey is dangerous, not for consumption. So not one to be consumed. At least that's what I've heard. And since that's what I heard, I'm going to listen. Now, give me a second. I'm going to put on my gloves here. I'm going to use my draw blade to start scraping off the top of the log. It's easier to cut through the bark using this draw blade as opposed to trying to chisel it off. Now, I just realized that I did not bring my iPad out here, so while I'm working on this, I can't see what you guys are talking about in the chat. So every once in a while, I'm going to go like this. I'm going to run over and I'm going to see if anybody has any questions. No questions. Okay, pop back over here. So we're going to go ahead and get started on the new log. Now, I was originally planning on skiving off a little bit of the bottom of this log to make it flat, but you know what? This thing actually isn't too wobbly. It is a little bit wobbly, but I think I'm gonna leave the other side of this log natural this time, and I'm just going to skive off the top here. Now, this is the fun part. Let's see. Of course, I'd rather turn around and come from this angle, but I don't think you all want my butt pointed at the camera, so let's see here. Interesting. I think that'll give us a good start here. I'm telling you, when I first started doing this, I couldn't smell the avocado wood. I wasn't familiar with the smell, but since I started working on the other avocado wood project, I can really smell the distinct smell of the avocado wood now, and I gotta say, I quite enjoy it. Now, I see that Yolanda said I'll keep looking at the updates, and I did look into going somewhere else, but had too many hurdles to cross. I understand, Yolanda. We're all thinking about you, and we're all hoping that you stay safe, so just take care of yourself out there, and we're all gonna trust that you do what's best for you. Now, I'm thinking about doing this a little bit differently from last time. I think that I'm gonna try to keep a little bit of the natural shape as I hollow out the top of this. So let's see. Last time I worked on the avocado wood project, you all didn't get to see the beginning because I started working on it myself, and so eventually someone gave me the idea to do it on live stream. Let's see. Now these pieces are going to start popping right out. There we go. That's satisfying. It's my favorite part. Take this top bit out here. The last little bit of bark. Now, of course, all of these shavings, all of these pieces of wood and bark, everything that comes out of here goes around the yard because, of course, you know, this is great mulch. As you can see, I have avocado wood mixed into the wood pile over here. Of course, these pieces are pretty big, but that's okay. It'll break down eventually. Actually, avocado wood gets really nice and spongy as it breaks down, so it's great to have in the soil and as the mulch. Now, this is where it starts to get tough. Once we actually get down into the real wood here, that's where it's going to start becoming more difficult. It's like watching paint dry, isn't it? Exciting. I actually really enjoy this. I find it really helps me to relax when I work on these projects. I especially enjoy this early stage, trying to imagine what this is going to look like as I carve through it. Actually, funny thing, this branch is a lot easier to chisel out than the trunk was. That trunk was really, Really tough stuff. Yeah, this one's not so bad. Now let me check the chat really quick and see if anybody has anything going on in here, any questions. Yolanda says, I know this is the dumb question, but does avocado wood smell like avocados? Not sure what avocados smell like. You know what? I'm not sure how to describe what the avocado wood smells like. You know, it smells like wood. No, the avocado wood does have a distinct smell to it, but it's subtle. It's a subtle smell. When I first started working with that, I don't know, it just vaguely smelled of wood, but now I can tell the difference between avocado and other types of wood. But, yeah, I'm not sure how to describe the smell. Really not. I'll tell you though, this piece is especially spongy. Very spongy. Interesting. I'm wondering if it's just because this log has had a chance to cure a little bit before I started working on it. The other log I started working on almost immediately after the tree was chopped down. But yeah, this is just really much easier to chisel out. I mean, this is just falling apart. Behaving more like a softwood in here. Now, of course, this planter is going to be a lot more shallow than the other planter, so I'm really going to have to think about what I'm going to plant in here. Since I don't have a lot of root space, probably want to plant something along the lines of some kind of a succulent. Since, of course, succulents don't need as much water as other plants. Or I could plant something small and fun here, like some alyssum or some lobelia. Definitely not going to plant anything that has a large root system. Matter of fact, the nasturtium that I planted in the other log planter is not doing well. Definitely does not have enough space for its roots, but I thought I'd try. It was worth a go. One of my favorite things about sitting out here is letting myself, I guess, drift off a little bit, zone out as I listen to the sounds of the birds. Of course, with me pounding on this, you probably can't hear the bird sounds as well. But there's so many birds out here. And it's such a lovely day, too. Nice, gentle breeze. Not too hot out. Just before I started recording the live stream, had a couple of bird visitors. One of them I didn't recognize. Had, well, you all saw the blue jays that passed by. Some mourning doves come through. And a hummingbird. Got real close. Got some funny hummingbirds back here. They're entertaining. I'll check the chat in just a second, see if anybody has any questions. Apologize for forgetting my tablet. Well, I guess it'll stay clean this week. Now, of course, when I get down to the end like this, because the wood likes to split this way, I have to be careful. I need to make sure that I come in here and cut so that when it splits, it doesn't split out beyond where I'm planning on chiseling. Like so. All right, let me check the chat really quick, see if anybody has any questions. Ooh, let's see. So a good question. Why am I leaving it wobbly? I'm leaving it wobbly because it doesn't bother me. I don't mind it being a little bit wobbly. Let's see here. Oh, Casey. Hello, Casey. It's good to see you. Casey's coming to us all the way from Canada. Northern Ontario at that. Let's see, Yolanda asks, Ben, is your dad doing anything in the garden while you're there? No, my dad is currently, well, he might be watching the live stream right now. But no, he's not working in the garden right now. And Casey asks, what are we making? So I'm actually working on let me take my glove off and I'll show you. Working on another log planter. So I'm basically just going to carve this out just wide enough so I some plants in here. I have a much larger log planter over here, as you can see. Now I planted all the wrong things in this one. Unfortunately, well, the petunias do look lovely, or rather the violas. Unfortunately, they are heading out of season. The only reason these are still alive is actually because of the shade of the house and this lemon tree blocking the afternoon sun. But these are not going to last much longer. They're going to be dying back pretty soon. And unfortunately, this was not the place to plant a nasturtium. The root zone in here just isn't substantial enough. You can see how big these nasturtiums got. These were planted about the same time compared to that. Nasturtiums want root space, everybody. And yes, I am wearing gloves. Oh, and thank you, Yolanda. It's a good reminder. Happy Memorial Day, everybody. Yes, I rarely wear gloves, but you all keep reminding me to not chop off my fingers, and I listen sometimes, on occasion. All right, let's see. Let's get back into this. I'd ask you all how your gardens are doing, but by golly, I don't have my chat with me. I think I'll only work on this for a couple more minutes, and then I'll sit with you all so that I can engage with the chat a bit more. But while I'm working on this, how are your gardens doing? Once I'm back on the other side, I'll comment on your comments. How about that? See, what I really need is I need an assistant to come and sit out here with me while I'm doing stuff like this. Woo! That is why you should wear goggles when you're doing this. I don't know if anybody saw that piece of wood fly off of there. We have a helicopter going overhead, so it might get a little bit noisy for a second. Unless my microphone is better than I thought it was. Woo! That piece of wood flew too. Now this probably isn't wide enough here. I will end up widening this out, but I want to keep the sort of natural curve that I found shaving off that top piece there. Maybe I will keep this narrow. I could probably put some succulents in here and just let them spill out. Nice thing about succulents is they do not need a lot of root space at all. Now, of course, this wood is not going to last forever. This is not a really good hardwood. And especially just sitting out here in the garden, you know, I don't know how many years it's going to last, but however long it lasts is how long it's going to last. And once it's done, it's going to decompose into the ground, and that will be that. And I'm okay with that. Now, this log is so much smaller than the other one was. To be totally honest, I could probably finish this one in 2 days. In fact, I might be able to finish this in a single day if I had a whole day to work on it. And I take that back, not even a whole day. This is much easier than the larger log. Let's see. Alrighty. Now that ice cream man, I don't know if you all can hear that ice cream man, but boy howdy, I tell you. When that guy comes around, he drives around this neighborhood for a solid 6 hours. That guy's been around here at like 9, 10 o'clock at night. No joke. When the ice cream man comes, he does not leave. I have family members that actually run and hide when the ice cream man comes. It's not a joke. Let's see. Now, as exciting as this is, I hate to sit here and not engage with the chat, so I think I'm gonna switch up to getting behind the camera in a moment here so that we can talk a little bit. So again, wondering how everybody's gardens are doing, wondering if anybody has any questions about their gardens. Again, I'll check that in just a moment, so ask away in the chat if you have any questions, and I will answer all of the questions that I can once I get back there. There we go. Okay, let's see. Maybe one more piece here. The problem when I get started on something like this, I have so much fun with it, it's hard to stop. I don't know if this looks like fun, but it is fun. All right, let's check the chat. See what everybody's up to over here. Looks like I've got some good comments. Let's see. All righty. Woohoo, okay. Oh, Casey, thank you very much. I appreciate that. This is my parents' yard after the 100-year-old avocado tree came down. Yolanda asks, any aphids on the nasturtium? And actually, you know, I haven't seen aphids on any of the nasturtiums. You know, I like to use nasturtium as a trap crop, but I haven't noticed them. They tend to get onto the delicate new growth and tips, so you can look at the smallest leaves. But I haven't seen any. I really haven't. Oh, what do I have here? Let's see. There's something on here, but it's very small and I'm not sure what. You know, I think that might just be some seeds or something, but is it moving? No, it's not moving. Huh. I'll have to come back out here with the jeweler's loupe and look at that. Yeah, so no aphids, Yolanda. Haven't really seen them. Yolanda asks, should I put down mulch if I'm not planting any plants yet? Not sure if and when I will be planting, and not sure which if mulch will protect the soil. I recommend putting mulch down wherever you have bare soil. I know that I'm not a good example because I've got areas in here where I still have bare soil and I haven't put any mulch down, but it is best to cover the soil with any kind of mulch. You know, here we just have the oak leaves from the neighbor's tree. You know, here we have orchard bark over here as well. There's a little bit of that wasn't put down on purpose. I just spilt that over there. But any of those things can work as a good mulch for your yard. And I do recommend, again, putting down mulch anywhere where you don't have something green living. And even when you do have green plants around, it's a good idea to have mulch around them as well. If you put mulch down and then you come in to plant something, you can just pull it back and plop your plants in into the little gaps. Kind of like in here. You know, I just come in and then pull the mulch back. I'm not going to do that here because actually I've inoculated these wood chips with wine cap mushrooms, and the mycelium is currently growing and spreading throughout here and going down into the soil. So I'm trying not to disturb these areas as much as possible. Sandy says, Casey, that is his parents' yard. Yep. Oh yeah, you already told the story, Sandy. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, I got some good comments here. I'm way behind in my garden, but I've been making leaps and bounds to catch up. Mostly I've been working on the landscape to catch it up, and it looks fabulous, especially in the front yard. Oh, Suzanne. Hello, Suzanne. Good to see you. Very nice. Suzanne says the backyard is shaping up nicely, and I'm really going to start my gardening this week. I'm hoping that it still yields abundantly, but we shall see. You know, it's been a cool year. This is a bit late right now for getting things started, but you know, you still have time. Matter of fact, I'll show you. I did my tomato planting video, let's see, about a week and a half ago, and I actually recorded that over here, and the tomato in that video is still on the small side, but it's not doing half bad. Look at that. This was actually looking really sad. It had been in the pot for too long. It was probably only about yay tall. It's really come out since planting it. So, you know, May is a little bit late, but and I'm back. Sorry about that. So May is not too late for getting your garden started. Let's see. So I see your borage leaves look green and happy. Mine got yellow leaves. I don't know why. My borage grows big and lots of flowers. Stalks get heavy and break. I keep needing stakes to support them. You know, that can happen with those plants. And actually, the one that we have in the raised bed over here is kind of similar. Actually, well, I guess, no, that one looks pretty nice. I was going to say I thought it was kind of yellowing a little bit, but I guess that was a lie. It's actually not looking half bad. Although I will say that the borage plant is all the way down there. It's sticking out over here. The basil here has gone to seed. I'm letting it go to seed, but it's really kind of taking over in here. I'm gonna have to start chopping that back. Let's see. Sandy says I've been trying to keep ahead of the weeds. Sprayed with vinegar solution. That does work on some weeds. Also, see, Suzanne said the ice cream man in my neighborhood is really loud and really annoying, and he's here for a long time too. I hear ya. Yeah, we got the same thing here. Alrighty, let's see here now. Oh boy, it is almost 6:30 already, almost time for the end of the stream. So I wanted to ask at the end if anybody had any questions, anything like that. I did want to mention that the live stream is going to go on hiatus for a little bit. So starting in the middle of June, I'm going to be teaching in the high school program through Mount San Antonio College. So Mondays through Thursdays, I'm going to be teaching double duty. I'm going to teach my college courses in the mornings and high school in the evening. So I did this last year, and I hope I survive this time. Let's see. Norma says, Ben, I don't know what insect ate the monarch butterfly off the plant. Oh, so monarch caterpillars, they can be eaten by critters, but a lot of times when they disappear off of the plant, there's a good chance that they went somewhere to go form their chrysalis. So don't give up hope if the monarch caterpillars have disappeared. They might not be completely gone. Good question, though. Let's see. Now, I'm just checking really quick to make sure I didn't miss anybody's questions in here. Scrolling through the chat. I've been guilty in the past of missing questions, even when I'm actually paying attention to the chat. Good, Norma. I'm glad you feel better. Yeah, don't worry too much. Don't worry, be happy, right? Now, I think that I'm going to spend the last minute here just going through the flowers, because why not? Love looking at the flowers planted along the northern fence here. They've really been growing in nicely. Unfortunately, the blackberry didn't come in, and some of you know that we had planned on putting a blackberry in here and training it over the flowers on this side of the fence, but it never arrived, so oh well. Oh, thank you very much, and I will be live streaming again, but I'm going to be live streaming probably on Saturdays. It's the most likely day. I haven't picked the time yet, but I will let you know, let all of you know as soon as that's been decided. Gosh, look at these dahlias. Aren't they beautiful? Love these flowers so much. Absolutely gorgeous. Woohoo. We got some white dahlias over here too. Oh, and here comes the ice cream man, just in time. I hope that song isn't copyrighted. YouTube's going to take me down for copyright infringement. Alrighty, everybody. Well, if there's no other questions, I think that's going to be it for our live stream today. Ooh, man, that is really loud. Can you hear that? It's like a megaphone on the megaphone. Thank you very much, Yolanda. And see you on Friday. Stay safe out there, Yolanda. Yeah, and stay on top of the evacuation updates, please, please, please. Alrighty, everybody. Well, I'll send out an update very shortly with the schedule for the next live streams. Until then, I hope that you all have a wonderful week. Please take care of yourselves and keep gardening. Take care, everybody. Have a good night. Thank you, Norma. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Casey. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Suzanne. See y'all later.